Fractal 16, the Twilight Oasis. This is a story about an overconfident Sunspear who is in a hurry to die. The Berserker virus got me. After the success of level 15, I'm trying it out in 16. We enter a village protected by Sunspear, and our goal is to eradicate him. Our brave Sunspear jumps in and dies. The trick here is to just follow the never-ending undying army of Joko and use them to body block the enemies and kill them from range. After all the villagers and the Sunspears, we come to our first mini-boss. Throughout the Fractal, Sandbinders protect the town with tornadoes, barriers and all kinds of rock-related magic. In the arena, there are a few tornadoes which suck you in if you stand too close, and when inside their circle, they will blind you. In general, the Sandbinders are pretty harmless, but there are a few hard-hitting attacks. When they get a break bar and you don't break them, they will do a big AoE centered around them. And they will have certain types of rings that deal a lot of damage if you get caught by multiple of them. Our cocky Sunspear decides to just rush in and thinks he can deal with all the Sunspears by just throwing grenades behind him. One death later, and he's a bit more cautious and will deal with them in a more sensible way. It seems the High Priestess agrees in our goal to die and helps us a little. Joko, however, is a spoil sport and resurrects us. Well, raises us from the dead is more apt. As an undead, we now have a special action to jump really high. This skill has a longer cooldown while in combat, so it's most useful for running across the rooftops or dodge certain attacks. After all these Sandbinders are dealt with, the door to the end arena is now open. Together with Joko's army, we need to get rid of all the Sun Spears hauled up here, which is easy. The end boss, however, is not. Welcome to my favorite fractal boss, Amala. Amala uses the power of the 5 gods to change into their avatar and gain different skills. The first one, by calling upon Lyssa, she changes into a staff mesmer. There are multiple purple portals on the ground. If you walk into them, you gain a bit of confusion and drop from high, and you gain a bit of fall damage. From time to time, there will be an orange circle beneath you that grows, and everyone that stands in it when the circle is completely filled will turn into a Moa for a few seconds. And she can also spawn clones. In the start this is the most dangerous, but as usual, Mesmer clones don't have a lot of health. In a party, people usually just click on her name on the top right to burst her down into the next phase. I didn't have that luxury, so Budget Angie went into the circle with his bombs and got rid of all the clones. During this run, I learned that she will only spawn clones when you're in range. Also, her auto attack is on 1200 range. So, this means that it's time for the mortar kit again. By staying at max range, she will not spawn clones, she will not attack, and the only thing to worry about is being moified or standing inside a portal. At a certain health percentage, all the avatars jump to the middle and will gain a break bar. If not broken, it will do a big attack. If broken, it will open the way to a small priest or priestess. By slaying them, Amala will go into their next avatar state. As the representative of Melandru, Amala will gain a few attacks that we've seen already from the Sandbinders. And she will now gain an attack which all the avatar states have as well, where she will slam the ground with her scythe, and the big arena-spanning AoE centered around her will appear as well. You can avoid these in a few ways, but I'd like to just jump over them. Aside from the Sandbinder skills, she also spawns an Earth Elemental. The Earth Elemental will fixate on one of the party members, me, and will attack them. By just running around the elemental, it will not hit me. And its most dangerous attack is at ranged, where it will throw a rock, and if it hits you, well, it's almost bye-bye. The third avatar state is from Dwayna, Air. In this state, there's lots of blinds and dazes in all her orange AoEs. By just carefully moving around, this one is not that difficult. She also periodically gains Aegis, which is annoying but is only harmful while trying to CC her. Attacks to look out for: a growing AoE where with lots of circles, where it's best to just dodge into her, and one where she spawns a lightning cloud above you, where if you don't watch out you will be dazed a lot, so just run around. This is also a checkpoint, so if we happen to die here, we don't have to do the first states again. As the avatar of Grenth, Amala does a few new things. All her circles now chill. She has a big slam attack which puts down an ice field where she will roll in. She spawns a mini arena with the wall. If you touch those walls you will be feared. And she has a giant AoE which spawns little minions. The little minions are dealt with bomb kit, and chill isn't that meaningful if you just spam auto attack all the time. So the attack to watch out for is the chill slam with the whirl. Last, but definitely not least, is Balthazar's avatar. In the Balthazar stance, Amala can now summon meteors. Over the tiers, these will grow bigger and gain shockwaves, but for now they're actually a nice break from her tyranny. She will also spawn a giant fire tornado, which slowly rotates around the edge of the arena. By running away from it, she will just follow you, so that's not that big of an issue. After dealing with the last group of Sun Spears, she will stay in her avatar stance, but is now very angry. And I make a mistake by pressing the wrong button. Instead of action key, I press the buttons next to it. I press all the buttons except action key, and I die. So let's not speak about that one and go from where we left off. That's Amala done. This fractal should be a one-shot and really easy, but for some reason I was overconfident and I ran in constantly, not learning from my actions, and well, it resulted in a lot of deaths, but well, it was a fun one. Perhaps because I like the boss fight so much. Time for another review of my build. A quick note is that the next fractal is a repeat. Not much to say there. See you there.
Executioner Amala!
No! Fight, Amala! Don't succumb!
Put this rabble down in the name of your king.
Yes, my king. All is lost.
You've all earned another day of existence, but the hunt continues. The Sun Spears must be annihilated, all of them, everywhere.